This year, the award for the fakest climate crusade of the year goes to Time Magazine for 2019 Person of the Year, Greta Thunberg. Yes, Time's fawning puff piece lionizing the autistic teenager's temper tantrums caps a meticulously planned PR campaign that has leveraged a lifetime of childhood abuse, trauma, and conditioning to create the Greta Thunberg Inc. phenomenon, a worldwide propaganda campaign which has only been made possible through the active complicity of the fake news corporate media.
People are suffering. People are dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you?
Greta Thunberg is taking on climate change head-on, pulling no punches. Her passionate speeches have drawn attention all over the world.
16-year-old climate activist Greta Thunberg joins us for her first live U.S. television interview. The teenager made headlines last year with her solitary strike against climate change.
We're now joined by Greta Thunberg. She has been named one of Time Magazine's most influential teens of 2018.
The Swedish teenager who has helped galvanize this movement.
So the march ends here at Battery Park, and one of the highlights of this portion, we'll be hearing from 16-year-old Greta Thunberg.
Please welcome Greta Thunberg!
Yes, I dare say, even if you have been living under a rock for the past year, you will have heard of the "How Dare You" campaign by this point. But what is still emerging, and what still very few are aware of, are the multiple lines of evidence that point to the fact that the "How Dare You" campaign has been, from its very inception, a corporate greenwashing effort designed to steer the public toward a corporate-sponsored Green New Deal that will lead the world towards the financialization of nature. And if you have no idea what any of those terms or what that sentence means, I will exhort you to check out the links that I will provide in the show notes for this award so that you can find out more about this. I will include a link to the exhaustively detailed and documented multi-part article series, The Manufacturing of Greta Thunberg, by Cory Morningstar, which lays out exactly how this campaign has been orchestrated by an international consortium of lavishly funded non-profit groups and their corporate and financial backers. I will also give some links to researcher Ian Davis, who has laid out a similar line of research in both article and video format for his site in-this-together.com.
Greta Thunberg appeared on the world stage in August 2018 after staging a one-girl protest outside the Swedish parliament. Swept up on a wave of public imagination, Greta has become the poster girl for the climate emergency, an emergency which a recent study shows could be practically eradicated by planting billions of trees. A relatively inexpensive and some would say quite pleasant solution. However, we're not going for the inexpensive, pleasant solution. Instead, the millions of people around the world who are panicking about the climate emergency are protesting in support of the United Nations' favoured solution. That solution is the creation of a $100 trillion carbon bond market. It won't do anything to reduce CO2 emissions, but then it's not designed to.
Yes, you could hardly ask for any more evidence that the Greta Thunberg campaign has been a carefully crafted PR psyop. But you could get it. Yes, even more evidence and information has been emerging in recent months, including last month in December of 2019, when it emerged that a documentary crew had been following and filming Greta since her very first sidewalk school strike when, as the Greta PR machine would have it, she was just a single solitary student all by herself holding a handmade sign in front of the Swedish parliament, and no one knew of her or what she was doing except for the documentary team that was there ready with cameras rolling from the very moment of her campaign emergence. Yeah, right. It has also emerged that Greta's parents, themselves Swedish celebrities, have been attempting to make Greta a celebrity for years, pitching a series of 6 to 8 half-hour episodes of a reality TV show about Greta and her climate activism to Swedish broadcaster SVT when she was just 12 years old. And SVT regrets now that they didn't take the Thunbergs up on this generous offer because, well, ka-ching, ka-ching. It would have been very good for them at this point. Yet more evidence continues to emerge. In fact, just in the past couple of weeks, we saw a recent Facebook glitch which revealed that Greta Thunberg's Facebook account, purporting to be the outpourings of this earnest teenage crusader, is in fact managed by her father and a climate activist in India who serves as a delegate at the UN Climate Change Organization by the name of Adarsh Pratap. Of course, none of these inconvenient facts about Greta make their way into Time magazine's paean to Greta, anointing her as the most important person of 2019. Instead, the piece outlines the vulnerabilities that have been played upon by Greta's parents and other exploitative adults in Greta's life, demonstrate how she has been conditioned into a psychotic state of panic and paraded in front of cameras to lecture the world about her delusions.
I want you to panic. I want you to feel the fear I feel every day. And then I want you to act.
And yet, Time lauds this abused child as a standard-bearer in generational battle and avatar of youth activists across the globe. Although, once again, there are no shortage of media outlets that are responsible for participating in the abuse of Greta Thunberg, I think Time, anointing her as the most important person of the year, certainly deserves a special place and a special dino dishonor for taking that abuse to the next level.